Yo, what is going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fortnite guide. In this one, I'm going to show you guys how you can shoot at different clay pigeons. Now this is a pretty unique challenge, one we haven't seen before in Fortnite Battle Royale, so this may take a little longer to explain than some of the other guides that I've made. But for the very first location of where you're going to find a clay pigeon, what you're going to want to do is head over to the top of Pleasant Park. Now you're going to find an abandoned house over here in the woods, and what you're going to be looking for is actually a mini game. Now we're not going to just be shooting random clay pigeons that you're going to find in random buildings, almost like you would for the gnomes. But instead, in order to shoot these clay pigeons, you actually have to play a little mini game over here, and that is scattered around different areas of the map. So before you get here, what you will need a weapon to complete this challenge, so you can't just land right here and start it. What you're going to need to do is find a weapon, activate this pillar, and then shoot the brown pigeon that comes flying out of this machine. Now, to make sure that you've actually done it properly, you want to take a look at that scoreboard on the right side. If you see that the white number changes, that means that you have done it correctly, but if the yellow number changes, that's just the high score that you have on the activity itself. So you want to make sure that the number on the right does change, otherwise this challenge will not count. Now, if you do end up breaking the pigeon as it comes out, it will shoot a second one out so that you can try for a high score, but you'll only need to break one on each machine. The easiest way I found to do this is just to activate the machine and stand behind it and make sure that you can hit it with no problems. If you try to run out in front of it and shoot it as it comes out, it honestly makes things a little bit harder. You can still do it, but it's just a little bit harder to achieve. So I suggest just standing right behind the machine, making sure that white number switches over to a 1, and then you will confirm the fact that you have actually completed the challenge in this location. Now that I've explained exactly how to do this, the rest of this guide should be pretty simple. I'm just going to show you guys the exact locations of all of these mini games so you guys can complete this challenge. I don't think you guys need to see me doing every little thing, every step by step, but I will show you the exact locations of these mini games. That way you guys can complete this challenge as fast as possible, and we won't waste any more time in this video. So for our very next location, what we're going to be doing is landing right by Greasy Grove. Now this isn't the exact location, but there is a little spot that I like to call the chair. There's a big wooden chair over here. This is where you're going to find the second mini game. Now this place doesn't have an exact name to it, so just follow my map and you guys should be able to find this spot without any issues at all. Now you'll know when you're here when you find this big giant wooden chair. That once you see that, you'll know that you're here. Now keep in mind though guys, you do need a weapon to complete this challenge, so don't just land straight on the mini game thinking you're going to be able to do it. Try to find a weapon first, as there's going to be tons of people trying to complete this challenge, so honestly it's not going to be very easy. I can already imagine how hard this challenge is going to complete when it first comes out. So be sure to find a weapon as fast as you can. Maybe even start in a location, maybe not around the minigame itself if you're having trouble completing it, and then head to the minigame with a weapon to start and complete your clay pigeon. I could already see it happening when this challenge first comes out. Like, there's going to be thousands and thousands of people trying to complete it, and you know, only one person can use this minigame at a time, so I can already see this taking a long time and being extremely aggravating for players if they try to do it right when it comes out. So just know that if you're watching this video right when the challenge is launched. Now that we've gotten this location out of the way though, it's time to head to our another clay pigeon location. So what we're going to do is head back to the battle bus, and this time around what we're going to do is head over to Tomato Town. Now right behind Tomato Town, in between Risky Reels and Tomato Town, you're going to see this bridge over here, and that is exactly where we're going to find the next location of our clay pigeon minigame. Now this location is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but if you're looking for a weapon, they do spawn in this truck sometimes, so be sure to check over there real quick if you're having trouble finding a weapon, and then you will find the clay pigeon minigame just to the left where you can shoot one more clay pigeon. Now, for some reason, whenever I did do this minigame, a random rubber ducky came out of the machine instead of a clay pigeon, so I'm not really sure if that's going to count. I don't really know why the rubber duckies are in there at all, but if you shoot the rubber ducky and then you wait for the next thing to come out, a clay pigeon will appear, and then you can shoot that one for your challenge instead. So after completing this pigeon machine over by Tomato Town, if you'd like to, in the exact same match, you could actually head over to Loot Lake and hit another pigeon machine that's over here as well. Now this should be 4 out of the 5 pigeon machines that you guys need to find in order to complete this week's challenge. So once you could do this one, all you'll need to do is head back to the battle bus one more time, and I will show you guys the exact location of the next one that you can just drop right in on, find a weapon, and complete without many issues at all. So for our last clay pigeon location, we're actually heading out into the desert. Now again, this is not on a named location, but if you follow the river, you'll be able to find the clay pigeon just at the end of the river. So hopefully this video is helping you guys out so far. This should be the 5th clay pigeon that you'll need to find in order to complete your challenge. So if this video helped you out, be sure to drop a like down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, checking things out, as I do upload videos just like this for your Fortnite guides every single week if you need help completing your challenges. Now for the last pigeon that we're going to need to shoot, we're going to just land over here next to all these little trucks and stuff. This is a really weird location. I'm not really sure what to call this place, but either way, just find a weapon. I do suggest finding a chest or something, as you're kind of far out here. It's going to be harder to find a weapon than it is in some of the other locations, but once you found the weapon, it's just like all the other clay pigeon machines. You just activate the minigame and then shoot the clay pigeons. So hopefully this guide does help you guys out. Like I said, I will upload videos like this every single week to help you guys out, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.